Let's just see the next one. So this is the EPS fallback scenario. So where you have this kind of scenario, okay, you have NR, but let's say your NR coverage is limited. You need to move from NR. So whenever you need to move from NR, you need to fall back to legacy technologies. What are the legacy technology available for NR? It's VoLTE. So you need to fall back to VoLTE. So that's why it is called EPS fallback. You want to make a call? Go to LT. How will you go to LT? You can make a release with redirect. You can make a handover. Both solutions are available. What is the total solutioning structure for this kind of EPS fallback? This is a total solutioning structure for EPS fallback, where you have the next generation RAN, you have the UTRAN, and then your 4G core and the 5G core. 5G core is here AMF, access management function, and 4G core is MME. Both are being connected through a common gateway. And from here, AMF will request move this call to your 4G. So this way you can make EPS fallback. So this requires a very tight internetworking between this AMF and MME, or I would rather say between 5G core and 4G core. So that is one of the strictest prerequisite to have this solution, voice over LTE with EPS fallback. Next one is voice over NR, the target configuration we are desiring. So here you can have continuous NR coverage. You can have LTE as a layer, you can have the other legacy layers, but you have NR as a continuous coverage. Okay, so there's no problem. If you have a continuous NR coverage, fine, you make your data call through NR, which will be termed as VONR. You need not to fall back to LTE, you need not to fall back to other radio access technologies. So this is what we are calling voice over NR, where EV is connected to NR for both voice and data. And there are certain features are there which will enable or which will enhance the voice call, the quality of the voice call, the same features which were there for LTE, which is called where we can see that VoLTE is also a very high definition call. The high definition part is also enhanced in NR by having a better mean opinion score, as we say in LTE, the MOS value. So MOS value in NR is much higher than your VoLTE. Let's have a quick summary of all these three configurations on where we are using. So this is one of the quick summary. So if we have a local spot NR coverage, we can use this ENDC or EPS fallback. If we have local continuous NR coverage with the NR, the VONR capability, we can use VONR along with VoLTE, where we can have the VONR to VoLTE IRAT handover. And if we have full nationwide coverage of NR, we can directly use VONR. We need not to fall back to any other technology. Now, if we see from the EV ecosystem or a complete ecosystem where we have 4G, we have 5G, where we have the legacy ones as well, 3G as well, and we have mixed a mixture of EVs where the EV can be 5G capable, EV is Vo5G capable, EV is VoLTE capable, or EV is not at all capable on this. So this is a holistic overview of a complete ecosystem where it shows a comprehensive voice service solution for seamless continuity within a mobile communication network. So here you can have an NSAUV, which is not capable of SAU or not capable of making voice call in NR. So you can make directly call in LT. Where you have SAUV, you can go to VoLTE through EPS fallback. You can have VONR if you're moving out of NR coverage. You can have this IRAT handover to LT, or you can directly make 5G SRVCC. And then when you are not at all in NR coverage, you can make a VoLTE call. You can directly make a 3G CS call. You can make a 3G PS call. So plethora of options are there, and everything is possible. How we will move from our this present structure to this desired structure? Let's just see the migration path. So this is the migration path. So if an operator have just the legacy voice, and then if an operator have a 4G, how they will move to 5G, or rather if they have the basic voice services, how they will move from basic voice services to this VONR. So if we say this path one, so this is the very initial stage where you have CS voice and you have upgraded to 4G network, so where you have VoLTE, and then you add the NSA configuration. So when you are adding NSA configuration, you still have VoLTE. After that, you improve your core, you upgrade your core. Now you can have EPS fallback still, because you do not have the nationwide coverage. So you're going for EPS fallback. After some time, when you are replacing your present nodes, the present your core, present 4G core to 5G core, you are moving to VONR. This is one kind of path. Path two, you have 4G, you replace all the 4G nodes and you are going to VONR. So 4G to 5G directly. You are on 4G. Now you are moving to option 3, option 3, option 5, option 7. This will consist of VoLTE and RAT fallback, and then you replace all the nodes, upgrade your core, you are moving to VONR. So when you are moving from VONR, why you are going through all these paths? Why you are not taking directly path 2? You need to just remember, whenever you're moving during this transition, you need to maintain an acceptable performance level. So it is very much imperative. It is required. You cannot just make the subscribers think that the voice services, the voice quality is getting degraded. So that's why all these things are needed. This is the path. Let's just quickly see how the coverage is being compared from legacy VoLTE to VONR. So legacy VoLTE and VONR comparison, here we are seeing, so this is the baseline, that means legacy VoLTE, this light green part and the dark green part, this is the potential 5G network coverage. So here, if you know about this FDD and TDD, where FDD stands for frequency division duplex, TDD stands for time division duplex. So FDD has significant advantage over TDD. How much? It's around estimated to be around 57%. So it's at 57% longer cell range than TDD. So the coverage is far better in FDD than TDD. Now there are certain TDD pattern limitations. There's limitations in TDD pattern, which can limit the uplink coverage, estimated around say 6 to 7 dB. So in VoLTE, FDD is preferred. In VONR, yes, it's the same as in VONR. FDD is always preferred. But for VONR, we know that in 5G, there are certain kinds of band difference: high band, mid band, low band. Which band we will go for? Definitely low band, because the low band has the most coverage. So yes, low band is very much potentially preferable for VONR. Mid band, okay, will do, but high band, no, it's very much unrealistic, because high band has very less coverage. So then VONR will be kind of your wireline phone, not a wireless phone. So within some say 100-meter, 200-meter coverage, that's done for high band VONR. But for low band VONR, yes, you can have 2 to 3 kilometers coverage. So yes, that is why low band for VONR is preferred, and preferably frequency division duplex, as in our earlier legacy technology, 4G. Now, what are the things are being offered in this new 5th generation voice services? Let's just see. So these are the things which are being offered in the new voice services. So basically, we are not differentiating between the voice services and data services in 5G in terms of the services being offered by the operators, because these, whatever services are being offered, mostly these are coupled with the data. Let's consider, let's just say hologram communication. You can communicate, in today's nowadays, this because of this pandemic, we all are working from home. Now, when we are working from home, the part of home becomes office. So you are attending meetings, seminars, like this webinar also. So you are attending from home, and but still you are lacking this feeling of in-person meeting. You cannot see the person. in front of you. You cannot talk to them directly face to face. Okay, 5G will provide you with this kind of opportunities where a holographic image of the persons in meeting will be in front of you. So at least you will have the feeling of talking to them face to face. This requires very high definition voice quality as well as video quality. Earlier possible? No, possible in 5G. Virtual reality, augmented reality, mixing this hybrid reality, all these are possible in 5G. You just add the voice services. Haptic communication. Haptic communication as in services through something touch. Today you are buying something from Amazon. You want to say buy something, say let's say some garments from Amazon, or let's say Myntra, but you are just seeing the picture. You cannot feel the fabric. So you order, you do not like it, you then return it. Okay, 5G will make it possible. You can touch it. At least you can have that feelings of touch through 5G. And voice, yes, voice can be associated with that. So video communication has been revolutionized. Voice translation has been revolutionized. Voice user interface has been revolutionized. All of the things have been revolutionized in terms of your high definition, but some new services are also coming through a patented technology. This technology has been patented by Ericsson, which is called IMS data channel. So here you can have an interactive voice call. So it's kind of extending the telephony with real-time interactivity in 5G. It's like more interesting and fun consumer telephony with media, gaming, and then more meaningful business telephony as well. So what it will have in-call screen sharing, in-call photo album sharing, in-call co-browsing, in-call co-editing, in-call document signing, in-call AR/VR gaming, and in-call customs menu and UI. Like let me give you an example. Let's say when you are calling to the customer care is asking you, the IVR is asking you to press some button, press 1 for this option, press 2 for this option, press 3 for this option, press 4 for this option. Okay, now there will be no voice. It will be displayed on your screen and you are in call. So that is possible through IMS data channel and is possible only in 5G. It was earlier not possible in 4G. So that is kind of an interactive voice call. So this is the service, this is the enhanced kind of services which are being offered. So that's why VONR is the future of voice services. And after 6G, obviously this will be more revolutionized. Maybe we will discuss sometime later. So what are the value additions being done? What are the values from the end user, from the subscriber perspective for this particular VONR? Let's see. So first one is improved speech quality. It's pretty much obvious because you are using new kind of high definition codec. You are also using that in 4G, but 4G from the starting in 4G, no, you are not at all using. Besides this high definition codec, you are using the other codecs also in 4G, but in 5G, you are only using the high definition codecs. So overall voice quality definitely is getting improved. And also the capacity is also being increased compared to 4G and other legacy technologies, which is leading to improved video calling quality as well. And then latency is already being reduced. So this is nothing to do with voice. This is only because of the technology. So obviously the voice services is getting the advantage of this reduced latency. Then improved security and integrity. So this is pretty much obvious. The more you move towards the higher generation, the more advanced the technology becomes, the security will also become very much improved. And then the new services. So interacting with industrial, medical, and entertainment applications, talking and watching during haptic communications, as I've already talked. Futuristic services such as spatial audio and hologram communication. We already talked about that a few minutes ago. What is the operator values? What kind of values the operator will get or the service provider will get? First one is very much evident also. The revenue services will be increased because this kind of things Obviously, you are attracting more users with new kind of services. Then the total cost of ownership will be reduced, not considering the present situation, because present situation involving this upgrade, this swapping of old equipment to new equipment. Okay, but after you have upgraded, then your total cost of ownership will be reduced. As you have increased revenue, so average revenue per user will also be increased. So definitely this means just moving towards the higher generation, average revenue per user will definitely going to increase. As you have increased security, so you are reducing the risk and the vulnerability of the network. You are providing the slices. Network slicing is a new kind of services which we introduced in 5G. This will help you to differentiate the services. So yes, you can improve your security around those services far better compared to the other legacy technologies. For the revenue growth from increased uses, so better capacity and performance for video calling, augmented reality, mission critical communication, well-time communication, these kind of things. And the last one, the new revenues from 5G specific services, the services which are specifically 5G oriented, which will not be available in 4G. So for those kind, if you want to avail those services, you need to upgrade yourself to 5G by device perspective, industry perspective. So that is the overall overview of this, a little bit short overview of this 5G VONR. Now, if I talk about the prospects or the opportunities around VO5G or the VONR, okay, so the prospects not only is very much specific to VO5G or VONR, it rather revolves around the 5G. So far, it is estimated that 5G enabled devices expected to grow 8-fold by the next year, just by next year, 2022. So this kind of services will provide you with new kind of job opportunities. Some of the job opportunities will become irrelevant because of the automation which is being evidently pushed forward by 5G, but new opportunities will come to maintain those kind of automation. In this 5G, 5G is actually helping to bring the software industry and telecom industry in one domain, rather converging them. So earlier we were some way we use the term ICT, information and communications technology. So this particular term actually is getting realized these years with the help of 5G. So in 5G, if you know 5G, or rather specifically Vo5G, Vo5G is so latest, it's not yet launched in the market. So it's very much hot topic. So if you know this kind of things, where you can have these opportunities or openings, the operators. What are the operators? Reliance Jio, Airtel, the operators outside the India, or some small operators where the operators are only providing, say, private 5G services, or rather, I would say some services within the industry. If we talk about the vendor, lots of vendors are there, not only the traditional vendors you know about, Ericsson, Nokia, ZTE, Huawei. Okay, they are there, but new kind of vendors are there due to Open RAN alliance. Open RAN is something where lots of new players are coming. Cisco, Juniper, TCS, CTS, Accenture, IBM, all are playing in this field. And this is the field where you are getting the technology, this telecom technology and software knowledge are converged. So these are the area where you can have the opportunities in the development, RF testing, and RF optimization. So thank you, fellas. That's all. I will rest myself here.